I thought I'd do a little update on the Deus Vault figures from Fireforge that I've made this week. These have now been undercoated and put together. I've got the Sergeant at Arms mounted and the Foot Sergeants. So let's have a wee look. So these are undercoated with Wilko's Grey Primer, which is my go-to primer at the moment. They do go together quite well. However, there is some small issues with the heads. The heads are separate, and depending on how you cut them off the sprue, you've got to be a bit careful that you don't shave away parts of the bottom of the neck. Otherwise you get little issues like that. Some of them have more defined joins than others, but overall they look pretty good, and I could probably get away with sticking some glue in there and shoring that up. By the time it's got a few coats of paint on it, it probably won't be quite as noticeable. I did have a problem with one of these. I managed to snap, there's one of them just has 2 points of contact, and I managed to snap the base off. So here's another guy. The fit is better on some than others. And you've got to be careful where your weapons and shields end up, so that they don't sort of dig into the horse and make the riding position a bit awkward. So there's one. I've got a mounted crossbowman. Has some lovely detail on the figures. I shall leave these apart until they're painted. Whether I stick them permanently on or not, I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Oops. And here's an undressed horse. So you can see you've got to be pretty accurate with the fit. But nice detail anyway. And there's my mounted chappie. So I think those will look pretty good painted up. The infantry, I've kind of split them into 3 sections, so out of the 48 I think I've done 16 crossbowmen. So you get 5 or 6 different bodies and 10 different heads. The thing with a crossbowman, you've got to make sure you get the right left arm to go with the right arm, if that makes sense, because each left arm, there are 3 or 4 different variations, but none of them will go with each other. And the only way, because there's no instructions and they're not numbered, the only way to work it out is to sort of hold them in place. What I tended to do was to glue the left arm in place and then get the right arm with the crossbow and see which one matched up. And when I got the one that did match up, glued it on. So I'm not sure how well you can tell. So that's probably the same. So let me get another one. So you can see that the crossbows are at different sort of angles from the body, and only one arm, left arm, will match that. So you've got to get the right ones. But other than that, they go together really well. Not many issues with the joins. I'm quite pleased with those. So that was one section. The other section was the pikes, or the spears, or javelins, or whatever you want to call them. So I've done another section of these guys, although these look a bit, the posing in that looks like it's an old man struggling to lift it, but anyway, I've done a section of pikes, and they look alright, and then another section of a variety of hand weapons. So we get maces, axes, swords, but again, lovely figures, and they went together pretty well. So I've got 48 of those. Oh, the only addition I made to them was I've made some what I'm loosely going to call officers, and I've put cloaks on them. So these were cloaks left over from the mounted kits that I didn't use, and I've made 3 guys with cloaks on, just for a little bit of variety. So overall quite pleased with those, and I'll look forward to painting those up. Thanks for watching.